And you are rolling a 3, 1, 2, 3. This is back to the WTF pile. And ride the cycle. Ride the cycle. Oh, no, wait. No, this is not good. It's ride the vicious cycle.
Ride the vicious cycle.
Of consumption.
Of consumption.
And here we go. Oh, boy. Okay, don't worry, it'll be over before you know it. It goes by fast, and it's hard to see all the twists and turns on the ride, but try to remember them because it's after the ride is over. That's when you score the points. Okay, now you know the basics of our consumption cycle, right? That it needs to keep going and growing to fuel our money economy. Yeah, you probably already know this, so just hang on because it's wild and it's out of control, and the worst part is that it's backwards. Oh, it is so backwards. Whoa. Okay, so we have to continually make stuff to sell it. And some of us make these products, but everybody has to have some kind of job to make money so we can consume them and then throw away what's left and do it all over again. And then sometimes we're making things we really need, things that benefit people. But sometimes, no. Any kind of crap will do as long as somebody can convince us that we really need it. And we have to keep the cycle going or the economy breaks down. So should we be using the best materials to make quality products that are built to last? No. Oh, but if we're going to keep selling more to make those profits, then we have to make them built not to last. Look out! So we need a plan, okay, to make our products become obsolete in a hurry. Yes, and we'll call it planned obsolescence. Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Let me off of here. I want to get off this ride. Oh, did you catch all that? Because it's hard to see sometimes with all those twists and turns in the vicious cycle. But here's where we can get rid of some big money. So $100 for each twisted turn you can remember. All right, well, first of all, just think about what we're making these days. Is it stuff we need? In some cases, yeah, but so much of it is things we don't need, like action figures or a new piece of exercise equipment, stuff we don't use for very long. It ends up at the dump. We're making lots of things we don't need just to have something to sell to keep the economy going, which is wasting our resources, which don't go on forever, and that's not smart. No. Okay, second, think about how we're making these things. Even things we do need. The planned obsolescence, it's good for business if they break down within a certain amount of time. Then we can keep selling the same product over and over again. And if you use cheap materials, you can save money, more profit there, and that'll make them fall apart faster. Wow, this is really wasting our natural resources by making these things 5 or 10 times instead of once. Stupid. Okay, third, we as the consumers lose with the planned obsolescence when the products stop working or break down before they should, and we have to throw them out. We don't want to do that, but we're trapped on a vicious cycle. Help! Fourth, let's see, our environment gets trashed as we toss the new junk on top of the old junk that we threw out last week, building our magic mountain of waste, our monument to manufactured mediocrity that just keeps growing and seeps its toxic chemicals into our soil and water and polluting our environment and us. Oh, man. And with that one, just like we talked about wasting our resources, making something 5 or 10 times instead of once, well, our mountains of waste are 5 or 10 times bigger than they have to be. That's ridiculous. Why? Anything else? Fifth, people need jobs to make money so they can keep buying, but more and more we've had to create jobs that aren't relevant to people, that don't benefit society, just something for people to do to keep the cycle turning. And that's a waste of human resources right there. Or more to the point, that's a waste of people's lives. Oh, man. Anything else, as if that wasn't enough? Can we include something that relates to our values? When there can be no end to the buying and selling, what do we get? Endless advertising. One sales pitch after another trying to manipulate us into believing we need this and we need that. We need material objects to be happy. And this is what becomes us. This is who we are. These aren't the values we'd like to be living. Honesty, compassion, respect for our environment. Now those inner values, spiritual. But what are the values that we live by that our system promotes or requires of us? Selfish, materialistic, greedy, superficial, self-centered. We need more and more consumption for our money economy. And supersize it. Oh yeah, is it any wonder we've become supersized ourselves? We're a society of materialistic, supersized consumption machines, fulfilled or just filled full. People might actually be a little more fulfilled without a lot of this stuff, without believing that they need it. Yeah, anyway, you see what I mean when you take a good, close look at the money economy and the vicious cycle, how we lose at every turn. What's the upside? Is there anything good about this money-based economy and consumption cycle? When I hear people say, I hope we can get this economy growing again, I have to say, why? Because, that means people will continue to be trapped in this money game, debt slavery, and our environment will continue to get trashed. The greed and the wars go on and on. That would be the worst thing. What we need to do is transition our way out of the monetary system and into another system that's sustainable. And now that we've had a good close look at the ride and you can really see it for what it is, you'd have to say it's crazy. This is insane. And you know what? We can design a better system. And we can do that right now. Let's leave this present behind and move into the future. Come on.